All right, we are live. So thank you everybody for coming on. I'm really excited about today. Sorry that we're a couple of minutes late. I had a phone call that I was wrapping up. So welcome back everybody. For those of you that don't know, I'm Jillian Shanahan and we talk about teaching online on this channel. And a long time ago, you guys let me know in the comments here, anybody that has anybody ever worked for VIPKID before, because I know that's where a lot of us started at one point in time, and a lot of things changed back during double reduction. So they went from being like the head, the top best
tier.
Yes, like they were the what do you call it when they're like the people that pave the way for all the other companies? I don't have the word for it.
They paved the way for the other companies.
They were
the startup.
Yeah, they were the one that everybody wanted to be like. And then double reduction happened in China and everything came crashing down. So since that happened, they have been working they're global now, right? Like that's what their change was. Yeah. So I saw that she posted something in a group about them recruiting, and I'm like, let's get you on here and talk about this because this is cool. So why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us who you are. What you're doing.
Hey everybody, I'm Kasie, Teacher Kasie for YouTube. That's how most people know me. I have been working for VIPKID Teacher, formerly known as VIPKID, for, I don't know, like 6-7 years now. And I did stop for a little while when they did the reduction. And then saying, well, I'm getting booked. And I'm like, I want to earn a little bit of extra money. The holidays were coming up a couple of years ago. And I was like, I'm just going to start opening slots. They still kept renewing my contract. So I opened slots and started getting bookings right away. And I was like, okay, now I know some people aren't getting the bookings that they're hoping for and some are. It's been like that since I've started years and years ago. Some teachers get a lot of bookings while others, it takes a while.
So is it kind of like, is it like the same bookings as like when you started back like in like 2017 or whatever?
For me, everything I have opened, I have been booking. So I'm not really sure. Some teachers are like, I've been opening for the last couple of months and not getting bookings. And some of us are like we just keep getting them. So I don't know. My thing is check your profiles and all of that, or just give it a fresh, free, new look,
VIPKID Teacher is one of those where, like a lot of these ESL companies, your profile picture, your bio, your intro video, all of that is going to determine your bookings. So if teachers are getting bookings with, I'm sorry, it's not VIPKID anymore. It's VIP
Teacher.
Yeah, let me try to stop that.
In my videos, I'm like, you know, I'm going to mess this up for the next however many years. So
but like if other teachers are getting bookings within a platform, that means the bookings are there, especially if they're fully booked. It means that the students are there. There's something wrong on your end. So update. If she's getting these bookings, that's a good sign. That's a really good sign. It means that they've got the bookings. Okay.
They have more openings too coming up. I guess they are like we said, they're going global, but they have a few more things in the works and things like that. So they say they're going to be keeping us busy here shortly. Through the whole thing, I've been saying if one company can make it through this, they will be one of them, just because they were so big and willing to pivot and change. And so,
okay. So, what does it look like working for them? Are you working they're global, so are you still working Beijing time hours? Who are you teaching? What does that look like?
So I have mostly students in Beijing again, a few from the Middle East now. Those are mostly trials, so I feel like they are coming on. You know what I mean? Like I feel like there is an influx of students coming in. I have a couple of regulars from there, but mostly my students are still from China. And I have 2 or 3 from Korea right now.
Okay. So now with it changing from, I remember some talk going on back during double reduction that maybe VIPKID would start teaching adults and have adult classes, because is that why it's VIP Teacher now?
Maybe it's a new look. We're not orange anymore,
Well, that's better.
Yeah, they do have some
we don't
content.
look like escape prisoners anymore. Okay.
I still have my t-shirts and I still wear them, but
Okay.
yeah. What was the question again? So the revamp. Okay, I do have a couple of adult students actually. So that's kind of, I don't want to say a breath of fresh air, but it's kind of nice. I have a 40-year-old mom and I'm 46. So we don't get through the whole class because we are talking about our families and our lives and things like that. And it's just been a lot of fun teaching the adult courses. I do have a 15-year-old in an adult course, and he's great. Today our class was all about hiking. So you have these slides and you're just following them, but it's not like the normal follow, click, press. You know what I mean? Like for them, it's like, here's a couple of questions. Now just go and talk about it. So I like those. Those are, yeah.
Okay. So then for the courses, you said an adult course, do you have to, I remember you had to get certified in each level that you wanted to teach, right?
Oh yeah. There's tons and tons. I don't have all of the certifications. I don't want all of the high school age. Give me the babies, give me the adults. Like,
so if you wanted to, you could hypothetically like just teach if you just wanted to teach the adults, you could only take the adult classes, right? You could do something like that, or
I would think so if you just get those certifications. Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes you'll open up your screen in adult class and there's like a 5-year-old and you're like, where did you come from? Like, it's still VIP kid, VIP teacher. I mean, we're still going to have some of those, sometimes the kids take the parents' class just for talk, for some practice and things. So you are still going to have some of those mix-ups, but generally you only get the certifications you want. A ton of them now. I will say the least favorite for most people, but I have a ton of students in there, is Tiger School.
Oh, is that pre-K?
Should I not say that out loud? I know.
Well, those are my people. Those are my people.
There's like 8 slides for 25 minutes. And they're like redundant, like underlined. The next slide is an underlined word of what you're talking about. You're like, oh.
So can you bring in? So I have some classes. I have some classes on Lingoace, and a lot of those are the same thing, right? Like some of the classes on Lingoace are like for the lower levels, or even for the it's not enough material because the kids go through it really, really quickly.
Right.
So what I will do a lot of times is I will bring in a game from Twinkle, or I'll pull up a song on YouTube that fits with it. Tricky word songs. By the way, you guys, tricky word songs by Twinkle are like the best for kids that are learning to read.
I've never heard of that one before.
Do you have Twinkle? Do you use Twinkle?
I don't even know what Twinkle is.
Oh my goodness, we gotta talk. So Twinkle's a curriculum. Well, it was $5 a month. So I pay $5 a month. I think it went up to like $7 a month, but it's like all sorts of curriculum. It's not like scaffolded, tiered, but like if you want to go up there and find a slideshow on Black History Month, famous Black women, that have made changes in the world, you go and you can find a lesson on that. You can find a lesson on Chinese New Year or Christmas or different, whatever you want. It's really cool. And then they have like songs and games, but they also have a YouTube channel, which sometimes I'll use those videos on the YouTube channel. But anyways, can you bring in other material? Is there the ability to upload something? Are you allowed to do that to help your student?
You can't really upload to the class. You can use your phone. But I will say, you know how some of the feedback gets, like they don't necessarily want, some parents don't want the YouTube. They don't want things like that. But you do need to extend a lot on some of those classes. So I would say sometimes you got to do what you got to do sometimes. My desk still looks like the desk from before with all the props and everything.
Oh my God.
You don't need to use as many, but you do.
One of the really good ways is like if you have like a slide that just has like they're doing toys and they're learning like maybe like doll, teddy bear, car, doll, teddy bear, car. This is a doll. This is a teddy bear. This is a car. And like that's the whole thing like on repeat with different games.
Yeah.
one of the things that you can do is you can say like, oh, what's he doing? Oh, he's sleeping. He's sleeping with his teddy bear. He sleeps with the bear. Do you sleep with a bear? No, you don't. No. Okay. Well, I had a student today where it was a goat. There was a picture of a goat and it was sleeping with a carrot. And I was like, do you sleep with a carrot? And he's like, no. I'm like, what do you sleep with? Because that gives the extension. Pillow, blanket. I don't sleep, maybe I sleep with my mom. Maybe I sleep with a doll, teddy bear, whatever. And, he said teddy bear. And I said, well, what's your favorite teddy bear? What does it look like? What does the color look like? Sometimes they'll run and grab it and you can like role play with the teddy bear. It's fun. There's always just look for different things in the slide.
Yeah. I had one grab his puppy today. That was great. Cause then I showed him my pups in the picture, but he actually brought his new puppy, 3-month-old puppy. It was so cute.
Bring my puppy down here. I have 10-week-old puppies. It was a Christmas present. My boyfriend's a truck driver and his dog is like 10 years old and can't get in his truck anymore. He's a big chocolate lab. He can't get in his truck anymore. He's been asking for a puppy for like the past year. And I said, no, because that's me. That's on me. I'm the one that's home. That's on me. I don't want to do it. Right. Christmas this year, I surprised him a little early, got him a puppy. And then they called me up. The foster parent for the dogs called me up and she was like, his brother just came in. Do you know anybody that would want him? And I was like, I could be convinced. So now I have 2 mini Australian Shepherd puppies that are
they're busy.
Yeah, they're little guys. Okay, so back to the important things. We know we have bookings. We know who we're teaching. You're frozen. Okay, we know we have bookings. We know who you're teaching. You know the hours that you're working are Beijing time peak hours. What do they pay?
So now we're all $7 a class, but it is on a tiered system. Remember that whole tier that they did before? So the more classes you teach, the more you make. So at the beginning of the month, I'm making like $15.60 or whatever an hour. But then towards the end of the month, I'm making 20 and change as I teach more classes. So that could take us a whole nother video to explain the tier system.
Okay.
So many of us have videos on it. Jillian does too, I think.
The one big question about the tier system.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, how often do you get paid?
I do monthly, but I think people are still doing bi-weekly or whatever. You can choose it on there.
Okay. So then you are paid based on what tier you are on when you teach that class, correct?
Well, I think for the ones that get paid the bi-weekly or whatever, I think their participation is later. I think they get it at the end. Does that make sense?
So it's kind of like a back pay.
Oh,
so
well,
it goes.
I guess it could be.
If you end on tier 3 for the whole month, you end on tier 3. For week 1, are you paid tier 3 or tier 1? I teach a class on January 1st. Okay, so I apply. I teach a class on January 1st. And I keep teaching and I keep teaching and I keep teaching. And I end at what's the top tier? Tier 5?
10. But we're talking thousands of classes.
Okay. So say I teach, and at the end, I am now on like tier 5. So for that, I am getting paid monthly for that paycheck or that class that I taught on January 1st. Am I getting paid at the basic base level, or is that class being paid out
right
at the top level?
Can I show you?
Yeah.
Can I share my screen? I don't care if people know what I make.
You're like, no, this is confusing. Because I know for Lingo Ace, if you start on tier 0, and then like if you end on tier 5, you get paid tier 5 for the whole month.
Oh, that's nice. No.
Okay.
No. All right. Do I have sharing capabilities where I can show you?
So you're going to hit share. It's going to say underneath the cameras. It says share, and you're just going to go to share screen. And then once it pops up there, I can put it up.
Oh wait, it's showing me cannot share screen. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm still learning. I've never used this that she's using right now. It's not letting me share VIPKID. I'll try it one time, and if it doesn't work, then I'll just try to explain it. So share screen. Oh, window. There we go. Okay, so this is where I'm at so far this month. So I only open, can you see it, Jillian?
Yep, we can see it.
Okay, I only open about this many classes per week. So I start about 4:30 and I finish usually around 8.
But that's a pretty booked schedule. That is
and this one just canceled this morning.
So let's see, like on Saturday, you've got 1, 2, 3.5 hours. So there's like 6, 7, 8, or hold on. So
and I don't usually teach on Sundays. They ask me to. I usually
you're working like what, like 15 hours a week, maybe?
Yeah, maybe not too many, but just enough for the holidays, you know.
Okay.
So, but now that I'm here on Eastern time, I might open up some more. But besides that, so I'll show you the tier system now. This is the way it works. So I'm on tier 8 because I've had 5,000 classes. So these are how the tiers work here. So see, it took me a long time to move up the tiers. I think what you were talking about was this extra incentive.
Oh, the tier is all overall lifetime VIPKID Teacher.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Got you. Okay. Yeah. I understand.
When I first start the month off, I'm at like $7.80 per class. Okay. After 20 classes, I get $8.20. You know what I mean?
Okay. So for like your first week, you're getting paid, you know, like $15 an hour. But week 2, you get paid a little bit more, right?
Right.
Kind of okay. I see how that.
Depending on how many I teach.
Okay, but because you've been with them longer, you get paid, like your base level pay is more than. Okay, I see. So
that's why I was like, how do I explain this without showing?
Yeah, okay, that makes a lot more sense. Okay, so somebody says that they tried to apply but got refused and couldn't apply again. Can you still do the whole like apply with an old email thing or no?
Yes. So
different email. Okay.
Your name looks familiar to me. So I will say there's a few new things for VIP Teacher.
New York.
Some of the main things that will disqualify you right away is you cannot live. So you have to be able to work in the USA or Canada. And you cannot have a residency in California, Connecticut, New York, Washington, or Washington, D.C. It just says it's a business decision. I don't understand what that is. Believe me, I have many, many teacher friends all over, and some are from there, and they can't work there either. Another thing, they are requiring you now to have a bachelor's degree. You've always had to have that, but you need to have a teaching certificate or an ESL certification. So a TESOL or a TEFL, which Jillian has a code for, so we can all use that to get certified there. Yeah, if you want to drop that. When you are doing your basic information, if you don't have that in there, you're not moving on to the next step at all. So your basic information has to have some type of teaching certificate or an ESL certification on there.
Okay. So bachelor's degree, TESOL or TEFL. By the way, this is the cheapest one that is in existence that is actually like legit. Like that it's accepted. It won't be accepted. You cannot take this TESOL, whatever, and be like, hey, I'm moving to China. I'm going to be a certified teacher. Like it doesn't work like that. It's not going to work in person. For online, this course has been accepted across the board by every single company. Nobody has ever denied it. It's cheap. It's quick. It says 120 hours. It doesn't take 120 hours. So if you're looking
get it done.
And I honestly, I would just get it. I would just get it because the prices have gone up. You know, here and there the prices have gone up before. So, I mean, this is not what it used to be before. I think it used to be like $10 or something. So I would just go and get it.
A lot of companies want it now. So whether you're looking at VIP Teacher or another company, it looks good. It looks better. Some of them you have to have it. It's a requirement. I think it's great for people just to get it anyway.
There are people out there that have doctorates in English, and they will get denied if they do not have if they do not have the TESOL.
An ESL
They
certification.
have like legit, like that's how important this is to these companies. So that is okay. So somebody said, how do I go about the registration? I am a Nigerian resident. You are not qualified. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I know. I've had lots of people reaching out for it. There are great other companies you probably could work with, but VIP Teacher now is hiring in the USA and Canada.
Just it's not even the Fab 6 here.
I haven't even seen that on our webpage anymore because I was looking for that this morning.
Australia, Ireland, New Zealand, the UK. No, none of those.
It just says, please be aware that we are currently not hiring from these states. And it says, where is it? I had it up for you just in case people were asking me because I know. Are there any locations restrictions? I just told you that. But it specifically says the US or Canada. I will ask my contact there now because they have reached out to me asking me to start making videos to help them.
Okay.
But I will ask. No, it says teachers must be eligible to work in the USA or Canada. Teachers must hold a bachelor's degree or higher, as we are hiring for a limited time. Teachers with teaching certificates, ESL certification, or prior online experience.
How do they verify that?
What's that?
Where you live. How do they verify that?
Well, see, that's the thing of where we live. I think you just have to be eligible to work. So, the social security number and things like that.
Okay. Do you have to send in your license, your passport,
yes.
something like that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
After you finish the basic information, you move on to the demo interview and upload all of your information. And that's been very important. They say people are disqualifying themselves because now, back in the day when Jillian and I started, we just uploaded everything to a site. Now you have to email it to their actual recruiting team.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's different. All right.
Yeah.
And what does so you go on, you apply, and then it gives you an email and it says, please submit the following documentation, and it tells you XYZ, right? You have a checklist of what you have to send. You send that in, then what happens? What does the rest of the process look like?
So before you send that in, they actually give you an interview and a demo. It's about 25 minutes, but you're only teaching for about 10 minutes. So I made a little video helping people out with that. You still need props. All over VIP Teacher land, they're saying, no more props, no more background. You still need an educational or something in the background and props. That is part of the rubric. So when they're trying to hire you during your demo, they are looking for those things. You don't have to have everything set up, but you do need to have something.
Is it still off of the app?
Yes. No more iPads. You can't teach on iPads anymore.
Oh, that's kind of sad. A lot of people love that. Okay.
Yeah.
What is the email address to send in? They give it to you once you
yeah, if you don't mind using my link to get there to add your basic information, Jillian put my link down in there.
Yeah, it's in the description, but I will put it in there for you as well.
Oh, either way, yeah. I don't even know where we're live to. Am I in YouTube, Facebook, or both?
Both. We are both.
Hi,
we're everywhere at the same time. Okay. Link is in the description box, and if you're watching live, it's also in the chat, so you can click on the chat there.
Send me questions if you have them. We can put my email later if you don't mind, but it's kasie.oswald@gmail.com. If you have questions, just email me. I'm working on props and stuff to help new teachers, and I can send them to you as well. But basically, you'll just use that link, send in your basic information, and then that's all done online. Have your demo and interview, and then there is an email for them to send all that in. But I can give that to you, or they will give it to you.
So is this it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so that's her email if you need to email her. Her link, please. She doesn't get paid by VIPKID Teacher, whatever their name is now.
VIP Teacher.
Paid by them to help grow their teacher base. So there is a referral bonus. So
Mhm.
whenever somebody is doing something like this, please always use the referral bonus because it's teachers supporting teachers, right?
Yeah.
And it's just like a little extra for her taking the time to come on here and educate you about it. So, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask her too, but make sure that you use her referral link.
Thank you.
So then the other thing, okay, so you do the interview, they say, okay, you pass the interview, send me your documentation. Okay. You send the documentation. Then what is the next step? Like you get an email saying like open up classes, or do you have to take training, or like what happens?
Well, you might remember, but I think VIP Teacher has the best trainings. I think a lot of their professional development is actually pretty good. So you will start taking those certifications and open up your classes because you are featured for the first few days, if not the first 2 weeks. You are like a featured teacher, new upcoming. So be prepared to teach when you open your slots.
Okay.
But I would definitely start your certifications and start opening. I will say right now, the most bookings I have is the new English in the Family classes. They're kind of like our old MC courses, the main courses.
So then you said that the there is the best, like it's got the best training, but that training, like once you get hired, once they go through your documentation and they get you in, you are hired, you're good to go. At that point in time, you don't actually have to do the training, right? The training is optional.
Well, the workshops are optional. They still have workshops going on, but the training's to get your certificates. So if you want to teach Tiger School, you need to go through the training, which if you read it all 30, 45 minutes, you could take the little quiz at the end. They're not huge and extensive.
Back when I was a VIPKID teacher, which was back in 2018, I think. I feel old now, but back when I did that, you were automatically certified to teach a certain level after you passed your interview. Are you automatically certified to teach something?
Honestly, I don't know. I mean, I think you would probably just have some main courses, but
so check your certifications to make sure that you actually, because if you don't actually have any certifications, then you're not going to get any bookings, and that might be a problem too.
Yeah,
English,
but I don't know. I don't remember that at all.
English in the, please repeat. I don't know what I said.
Oh, English in the Family.
Oh, you said, okay.
Yeah. Hey, Becky. Nice to meet you.
And somebody said back way up here, somebody said they missed the, oh, that was Becky. So Becky, you are already a current VIPKID teacher. I'm still saying kid. Because she said no one seems to enjoy Tiger School and I enjoy the littles. Yeah. Almost those, all those old certs I had for nothing. Any hope they will ever go back to the old curriculum?
I think the English in the Family classes are close to it. I think some of them are just renamed.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I had one yesterday that actually had, or this morning, that had Mike and Meg and all of those characters in it. I was like, whoa, here they are. They're back.
Oh, that's cool. Is Dino still a thing?
Dino is a little bit of a thing. He's not as big anymore, but I still have my Dino back here, and he still makes appearances.
I still have a Dino floating around the house somewhere,
but not for Tiger School classes. So, Becky, Tiger School classes are not for everybody. But if you don't mind extending, if you don't mind extending, then Tiger School classes could be fine for you. I get a lot of them. So
yeah, it's hard. It's hard when you have a kid that is really, really smart. Like today, again, this is not with VIP. I'm in New York, so I'm not teaching with VIPKID, right? Yeah. And if I were to teach with VIPKID, I would probably have to use like a friend's address or something.
Right?
What? No? Yeah, no? Okay.
And you can reapply.
Yeah. Prove I'm in New York. No, I'm just kidding. But I know that there are some ways around some of the things for some of the oh, what was I gonna say? But I had a like 5-year-old today. And I'm teaching her, and like she's reading. She's reading, or she was like barely 5, like she just turned 5, and she's sitting there like reading fluently, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Give her access to the pen. I'm like, girl, I want you to write down the word cat. She writes it. Okay, let's try something a little harder. Write boy. She writes it. I'm like, we're going to need a lot of extension today.
Yeah.
I brought some extra games to class because this was not the level that mom told me you were.
Right. I like the building rapport at the beginning. That's when you find out where they're at, but you can ask lots of questions. And if you can already tell if you need to extend sometimes, unless
so
they're
what
super
are some of
shy.
the questions? This is a little off topic here, but what are some of the questions that you ask for building rapport?
Us off topic? What?
Well, for application, yeah.
We're always off topic. Some of the questions, I just start off easy. How old are they? Where do they live? Things like that. Just getting to know them. They're easy to answer. And then you have some that don't know how old they are. This morning I had 3 in a row. And I was like, it's going to be tough 3 in a row. It's tough to have 3 littles in a row. Your desk is like, but it depends on who they are, what the lesson is. Sometimes I'll look on the beginning, the first slide, and it's all about animals. Oh, our lesson's all about animals. What's your favorite animal? What's your favorite color? If you could, today we did animal superpowers, talking about how cool the trunk is and stuff. And I'm like, if you could be any superhero, who would you be? Or what superpower would you like? So it just depends on your student and where they're at. But, ask lots of questions.
I think for mine, for my questions, I always start with, what's your name? How are you?
Oh, yeah.
How old are you? A lot of times you'll get the how are you, how old are you mixed up, right? It's usually, if you can count, by the way, anybody that's like not familiar with this, counting is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, or 10. You can do it either way.
I've learned it so many times, but I still.
You don't know how to do it?
I don't know them all. I forget. I don't know.
5, 6.
Like, I love you?
Okay. Yeah, like I love you, but without the L, right? So 6, 7.
That's 7?
7,
That's
8.
No in sign language.
7, 8, 9. 7, 8, 9. It's 7. 7. Okay, so 7, 8, 9. 8.
The worst student.
8, 9.
9.
10.
10.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
That's awesome. I know Japanese, not Chinese, so you do not need to know Chinese to.
Ichi ni san chi go roku shichi achi kyoju kyoju. I know that too. Yeah, no, you don't need to learn Chinese. I started learning independently. I have been teaching kids in China since 2018, and I just started learning Chinese on Duolingo like 30 days ago. And I'll tell you right now, oh my God, Chinese people are the nicest people ever. I'll come in and I'll say something so terrible, and it's always been like that. So you will get kids that will try to teach you Chinese.
You can't always trust the teenagers, though.
I never taught teenagers.
Especially if they're snickering, you're in trouble.
But you'll usually get like little kids are like, oh, teacher, let me teach you something, and they'll teach you, and you'll say it. And they'll be like, good job, teacher, you're so good. And then you'll like go and repeat it to somebody else, and they'll be like, what? No, like you're terrible at it. I'll go and I'll say something to like one of my friends, because now I have friends in China. I'll say something. I'll be like, oh, your Chinese is so good. You're so good. I'm like, it is not. I know it's not. You guys are the nicest people ever. Like, I love my Chinese families. Nobody else in the world is as nice as Chinese mothers. Okay.
I think a lot of the Japanese ones are the same.
Really?
Yeah. Because I lived there for 7 years. So we would have classes and they're teaching me how to make sushi. I'm like, how? I can't charge you for a class. You're teaching me how to make sushi. Or you're teaching me how to do this. And they're like, nope. Kore wa kore, sore wa sore. This is this and that is that. I am speaking English and this is what I wanted to do today. And I'm like, okay. Like, it would make me feel guilty, but
and like here, like as Americans or as English speakers, we kind of just like, we take it for granted. We expect you to speak English. Like, we would not, like, nobody at no point in an English speaker's life are we ever like, unless you're an English teacher, does somebody come to you that's clearly from a different country and like, wow, your English is so good. We don't encourage people like that. They are so nice over there. I gotta tell you, like, yeah. My daughter popped into class with me today, and she's 6, and she jumped in my lap, and she goes, "Ni hao, 我叫 Claire, 你叫什么名字?" And the mom was like,
Cute.
it was so cute. But yeah. So that was off topic. So my questions are always like, hi, how are you? What's your name? How old are you? Where are you from? What do you like? That's always a question that I ask. What do you like? And then a lot of times they'll be like, they don't know China, or they don't know I'm from China. They can't say that. So I'll draw like the Chinese flag. And if they're younger, I might say it in Chinese now. I didn't before. But then I'll always ask them, am I from China? And they think it's the funniest thing. Usually like how all my classes with Chinese students start. Yeah. That's cool. All right. So did we miss anything else? US, Canada, $7 a class starting, or 7 something a class starting. You get paid up to, top tier. What was the top tier? $10 a class.
You're saying how much per class in the top tier?
Yeah.
Let me just, I'm not at the top tier.
Yeah, the top tier for, hold on.
The top tier is over 10,000 classes. It's tier 10. Okay. And they are only making $7.80 to start, just like the rest of us. But as they progress, they get over $3 more. So they could get up to potentially like 10, 20, I think, per class.
Okay. And what is like somebody, I apply today, I get hired, I end at the top level at the end of the month. What am I getting paid per class?
$9, $10, about $9 an hour, $9 a class. So
$9. Okay. So you're looking at like, if you're starting and just applying today and you've never taught with them before, you're looking at having like between $15 and like $18 an hour is what you're going to be paid throughout the month. Yeah. Okay. Very cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So, did anybody else have any questions? If not, Kasie and I are going to be going over onto her YouTube channel next. Yes. So at the end of this video, you're going to see a link. I want you to click that and redirect to it. And actually, I can pop it in the chat as well. Oh, we are going to be talking about going independent with my new favorite thing. So if you want to pop over there with us, so we can talk about going independent. If you're looking to enroll your own students and start your own business, then make sure you join us over there.
I have a lot of questions for you, girl. I'm just saying.
This is one of my new favorite things. This is so cool.
If my ADHD can remember them all.
All right. So I will see you guys. Head on over to Kasie's channel on her YouTube. Subscribe before you leave me here. And then go over to her channel and wait for us there. We're going to be over there in a second. Okay.